Telling your friends and family that you are expecting a baby can be one of the most exciting things that you can do in your trying to conceive journey. So today I'm here to share with you 6 ways that we use to tell our friends and family that we had finally managed to conceive live after 7 months of trying. Hi everyone, in case you're new here, my name is Kat. I do motherhood, pregnancy, baby, house, dogs, life content. If you are interested in those kind of videos, then definitely check out my channel. I am currently uploading twice a week on Saturdays and Tuesdays, and I would love it if you join us and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I've shared a bit of my trying to conceive journey here on the channel. I have a video specifically about it, about the issues that we encountered and how we fixed it. But my very first video on this channel was also the video of me finding out that I was pregnant. It took us 7 months of trying, and in December last year, that's when we finally got a positive test result. And then of course I scoured the internet looking for ways, fun ways of telling our friends and family that we were pregnant. No one knew we were trying, so it was very exciting to get to tell everyone, and most people were very surprised to find out. In no specific order, here are some of the things we did to tell people. I will leave links down there in the description of the video for all the products that I bought, but I didn't go overboard. I didn't want to spend a lot of money just to tell people. So there was a few things that I bought, but they're all very cheap. Most of them, I believe they came from Etsy, but they're all very cheap. So I'm gonna leave the links for the products down there in the description in case they're still available. So the first one that I got was a personalized wine label. Basically the concept is that you're buying a wine label that will say something very similar to pairs well with, there's different text options and things, but these were the ones I went with. So we used this one to give to Josh's dad. So it obviously said pairs well with becoming a granddad, and then at the bottom it said baby Mora is due September 2023. I then just bought a bottle of wine and I pasted the label on top of the label that was already there. I tried removing the previous label, but it didn't really work out, so I just pasted it on top, wrapped the bottle, and we gave it to him. Super easy, took me like 3 minutes to put together, 5 if you count the time they took me to go buy the bottle of wine. For Josh's mom and for my parents, we did the same thing for them, which is this wood box that has a lid that slides out, and then inside you put a pregnancy test. On Josh's mom one, it just said Merry Christmas, because we told them in the first few days of January, and we ended up not spending Christmas with them this year, and we had told them we were not gonna give Christmas gifts to anyone this year. But then we just said, we changed our mind, we got you something really small. Here you go. This is your Christmas gift. So the box said Merry Christmas, and she was not suspicious at all. And then obviously when she slides the lid out, there it is, the test inside. To my parents, it just said surprise and had a little heart on the lid. And again, it was the same thing. When they slide the box out, it had the test inside. Another idea, and again, Etsy is full of these things, is getting a onesie that has some sort of message. So I got a onesie that said, "Hello, Auntie," on the newborn size. And that's how I told my sister that we were expecting. In the way of friends or family that are not next to you or close to you, one of my friends in a different country, I just showed her the pregnancy test on the camera. I told her I wanted to do a video call and that I had a surprise for her and that I wanted to show her something. She was convinced I was gonna show her a new dog. So I rolled with that idea, and when I went to pick up the test, I actually bent down and I pretended I was picking up something heavy to play along the scenario, and then I just picked up the test, showed it on the camera, and she went like, "Oh my god." And that's a very basic thing, basically free way of telling people, but if you do it on a video call, it always has the advantage that you can just record your screen without people knowing. So you get to keep their reaction for years to come in a very natural way, because they don't know they're being recorded. Obviously, if you're doing it in person, you can also set up a camera and you can try and hide it. But if they realize they're being on camera, the reaction might be a little bit fake. So doing it in a video call, even though it's a bit more cold and distant, has its advantages. With 2 of my friends, I did this game with them, and I told them I was recording for a vlog, so they knew the camera was there because it was right in front of them, but they didn't find it weird because we record for vlogs all the time. And it was basically a game. So I had the sentence that actually Josh came up with, this armpit Jenna. It literally means nothing. Armpit Jenna. And I had cut pieces of paper, and each little piece of paper had 1 letter in it. And I laid it out on the dining table saying armpit Jenna. And all I told them was, you need to rearrange the papers and form a different sentence. So that's why I had it in little pieces of paper, so they could move it around and try and figure it out together. It took them a little bit in the beginning and they were a little bit lost, so then I gave them the hint that it was 3 words and they continued to try to figure out. Then they asked if the first word was I, and I said yes, the first word is I. And they tried to continue figuring out. One of them then realized it said I am. As soon as she said that, the other friend looked at the remaining letters and she went like, oh my god, it says I am pregnant. And that's how I told them. And it was also very funny. It took a little bit of time, but it was funny because I was recording, got that memory to keep, and I feel like it was a very genuine reaction as well, because they didn't expect that at all. They thought it was just going to be a silly game. Another thing that I did, and this was again free, was getting a card, and you can get these cards on Etsy or just online in general, but I made my own. I just did it on Canva and I printed it. And it basically just said, we've been keeping a secret, ... And then when you opened it, it said, our family is growing by 2 feet and 1 heartbeat. And it had a picture that me and Josh took the day after we found out we were pregnant. It was the day when the digital test actually said pregnant, so we took a picture with that test, and that picture was printed inside the card. And then it just said again, baby Moore is due September 2023. So I had that card, I put it on an envelope, and when that friend was around, again, I just said, have a little something for you, here you go. I actually had the camera recording, and somehow I managed to put it on an angle that he didn't really realize that he was recording. And there you go, these were 6 fun and different ways that we told our friends. Everyone else, we ended up waiting until the end of the first trimester. So all of these we did during the first trimester, 1 person at a time, because we wanted to share the good news. And the other people, we waited until the end of the first trimester, and then we just sent them a picture of the scan, just on WhatsApp, a picture of the scan just saying surprise or coming soon or something. I don't remember what we wrote, and we just sent like a chain message to everyone else, and that's how we told everyone else. If you are in the midst of thinking on how to announce your pregnancy to your friends and family, I hope you got some ideas out of this video. Let me know if you found any of them funny. I would definitely recommend the armpit Jenna, especially if you have people in your life who are into games and enjoy that kind of like brain teasers and things like that, because they will not be surprised at all, as it's something that it's somehow related to them. So let me know if you took any ideas out of this video, and I'll see you very soon here on the channel for a new one. Bye!